Hello. It is good to be back and be able to share what we can with all of you. It is a pleasure to be able to have these communications with you. We know that there's a lot that is going on for those of you who are in the world and interacting with individuals and just observing your planet and everything that is going on. There's a great change, as it should be, and there are great battles, if you will, that are being won, and there's much strategy going on that we can share this with you so that you can understand that it is not lost. There is a direction, but the direction changes, and we are in what you would call a war in a sense. And we've been speaking with you for a very long time. This is a battle for humanity and for planet Earth and for all creatures and all of nature, everything that's on your planet, and the raising of that consciousness to be able to defeat those forces outside that have infiltrated and have wanted to keep you in subservience, have wanted to keep you in the dark, have wanted to keep you unaware of your sovereignty, of your own beautiful creative power as an eternal being, as an extension of source energy, or as an extension of God. And we want to talk to you a little bit about that today so that you can feel strengthened, hopefully, make decisions based from that place of truth within you, and to move forward with confidence and know that you are not aware of all the plan. We aren't aware of the whole plan, and the plan changes just like it does. That's why we make the reference of this being like a war or a chess game. You can look at it in that way as well, but that you are maneuvering. What one side does, then there's a response from the other side. We're not saying this to make you feel like things are dark and desperate and lost, anything but you and us, we are all working together. This battle or war is going on many levels of existence outside of the earth reality. It's very extensive. This force that has been infiltrating your reality and others for a very, very long time has got a strong foothold. So it's going to take time to awaken everyone to this truth. Not everyone is going to awaken. Not everyone sees this as their path, and that is fine. But there are many that do. And we want to just share some of what we can with you. There are many things we don't know either, or we cannot share at the time that we are speaking with you, because it would alter the course of events. And we need to let you, in your physical forms, make these decisions so that as you are moving through this, you're the ones that are actually in charge. We are just guiding you. So I know I got a little bit off there, but just to remember this, you are sovereign, all-powerful, eternal beings connected to source energy. That is your truth. You, each one of you hearing this, has taken on, deliberately chosen to be in physical form on earth at this time, with your focus and your attention on the earth reality, the way it is, as it is this third dimensional density, even though that's changing and you're moving out of it, but you are part of that. You have chosen that. So if you wonder, why me? Or you are feeling victimized, please take a look at that, for you are not victims. You are so much more than what these forces and your society and all these institutions in your society have wanted you to believe. That is coming to an end because it is being revealed the truth behind it. And that is thanks to so much of what all of you have done. And there are more. There are so many out there. So we want to give you that encouragement. This is a very important time. Things are not lost, but they are moving. They are, as you say, fluid. They are continuing to alter and change depending on what is going on. These forces that want to keep humanity still under control haven't completely gone away, but more are understanding how they have used their manipulative power or their manipulation to control you through various ways. And as you have been awakening to this, you understand how others can be deceived and not understand. You are freeing yourselves, and you are ultimately freeing as many as possible in the human realm. So be brave as you really truly are. Be joyful, knowing that you are moving in a direction of great awakening. It is truly a blessing, more than a blessing. It is a privilege to be in human form at this time. You would not have been given permission to enter human form if you were not capable of managing what is going on your planet at this time. There is great power in knowing that. There is great certainty for you in knowing that. So very briefly, we want to just tell you a little bit about the assaults that are occurring. They're always going to be there. The assaults on your physical body, the assaults on your mental body, which try to entrap your spiritual bodies, and all of that. So as you have been growing and expanding your consciousness and your awareness, and you are rising in your consciousness, that is happening at the levels of, we'll call them the invisible, in your energetic bodies, your spiritual bodies, that which you can feel but maybe you can't see, that are incorporated energetically into the physical body. But the physical body has progressed. It is no longer carbon-based, it is crystalline-based, but it is adjusting to its new and higher vibration. It is not completely integrated at all. And some of you are moving quicker than others, but let's just say in general terms, this is where it's at. So the assaults that are occurring on the physical body in an attempt to weaken the physical body at a time that the physical body is, we wouldn't say it's weakened, but it's looking to integrate all of its subtle bodies, your 7 subtle bodies nearest to you in your physical form, and the physical form into this higher vibration and the frequency that it will align with. So it's doing that right now. And this is done with the encouragement and the energetic impulses sent from spirit. On the opposite end, you are living in a reality that still has much density to it, has not expanded in the same way that your physical bodies have and your energetic spiritual bodies have. And there are individuals who have not expanded, who are still entrapped in denser form that they came in with. In parts of planet Earth, the density is greater in the 3rd dimensional density than in other parts. And it's always been that way, but all is expanding. So when we speak to you about what is going on, some of you are going to be affected by this differently than others. It's just the way it is. Those who are, let's say, stuck in that density will probably not understand what we are speaking of. And that's fine. It's a choice. Their souls are on a journey that each one of you has chosen and designed your life in a certain way so that you can learn certain things. So no judgment. It's very important. If in this time period you see someone that you don't agree with, please, to avoid judgment, but to be in that place of compassion and supporting them where they're at. This is, again, just a side thing. Let's go back to the assaults on the body. So these forces that we've spoken of, we call it the dark or whatever, they always exist. They always will exist. Probably, we don't know, but they've existed, and they've been very manipulative. We've talked about them many times in the past, that they have controlled humanity over time and created the limiting beliefs and much more within the human form. And that is what you are freeing yourself from. So we have talked about this. You are rediscovering your true nature, your sovereignty, and your creative being that you are, that is connected to source. So that is what's going on. But these forces that are losing their control over much of the population that is becoming awake doesn't like that. It sees it as a threat, and therefore has created environmental factors that will potentially affect the human body in different ways. But now remember, your physical form is crystalline based, and it is growing and expanding because you have allowed that to happen. But what is happening is that these forces are projecting out different things, and that is why you are seeing so many people possibly becoming ill, etc., etc. So what we have done here to help you manage this time, for those who have been open, and again, your openness comes in how you are aware, your awareness. So you have given us permission to assist you on this journey, and we have amped up, if you will, the energetic impulses to help you grow and expand and strengthen in a greater way your entire immune system, if you will, in physical form. But the way that your immune system, just like everything else, become stronger is through adversity, is through meeting with things that will potentially defeat it. So the physical form at this time is learning to understand the assaults coming from it. And this isn't for everyone. For those who have not fallen ill, know that this isn't meant for you. But for those who have fallen ill, and have wondered why, because you are taking care of yourselves, understand that it was meant to help give you a boost. Or let's put it this way, you felt ill, and we were able to assist you energetically by providing the frequency and vibration that is a higher frequency and vibration directly to you, into your immune system, into your subtle bodies, through the work that you're doing. So as you continue to grow and expand in your spiritual base, your physical form is getting the benefits of it. You will take in this added energy from us, and your immune system is strengthening and growing stronger all the time. And it's part of our way of counteracting the assaults. Now, those of you who are not falling ill and feel strong, that's good. You are still receiving this. And let's just say there isn't one set way that everyone is approaching this. We are speaking more to the bulk of you, the majority of you, in the sense that look at this instead of, oh my goodness, so many people are getting sick. Look at it and say, oh, isn't this wonderful? People's immune systems are strengthening through this experience of taking on some form of illness. And there are many forms of illness, but we see this, that people are becoming concerned, healthy people falling ill and saying, how is this possible? Well, there's a reason for it. And if you look at it that way, you won't feel threatened. You'll know that you are protected because you are. Your job is not complete on planet Earth by any means, and you have a lot to give. And this is for most that we are speaking to. It is part of a plan. It is how we have counteracted the assaults on your body. Trust. Please trust that there are wonderful medications, there are wonderful herbs and plants, and nature provides everything that your physical body can need to repair and to rejuvenate and to be strong. But the thing that will allow you to go through this time that you are living with the greatest amount of physical strength is by knowing your true nature, that you are a divine being, an expression of God, an expression of source, however you understand that divinity. However you understand it, you are an expression of it, a creative expression of it. You are all powerful. You have a purpose. You may not always understand what that purpose is, but when you live in that truth, you can overcome anything. So when you physically fall ill, remind yourselves of that. Or someone that is close to you or not close to you, you hear about them being physically ill. Remind them, listen, this is who you really are. Because all of this is crucial to this awakening. The awakening that is going on your planet. So many are waking up to really see how they have been deceived, how they have been tricked, how they have been manipulated. And if you focus on that and say, this is awful, this is all what's been going on, you get kind of lost. It's good to be aware, but what you really want to focus on is who you are in that sovereignty, in that beauty, in that strength of that creative being that comes from the divine. That's where your healing comes. Not to say that the other things cannot help the physical body. Go for that. That's important as well. But remember, the real key is who you are. You have a purpose. You have a destiny, and you're there to, in human form, to fulfill it. And most of you who are listening to this understand this. I would say all do. That you, in your own way, are part of creating, if you will, if we can, heaven on earth. Take that and mull that over in the coming days. How important you are all to this whole plan here. It's quite beautiful, and it's meant to happen. It's destiny. How it unfolds, you are a part of making that unfold. So pat yourselves on the back. Look to live your lives to their fullest, no matter what. Reach out to each other, connect with each other, form your communities. It's so important at this time that you connect with like-minded individuals. Know that you have that potential when there are more than one of you to create a community of strength and beauty and support for everyone. Because there will be many who will be awakening, who will be frightened by the realization of what has been happening to them. And because you have an understanding and a deep understanding, you can help comfort them and guide them to understanding their true divine nature. So we hope that this helps you a little bit in understanding and deciphering what's going on in your world at the time. We are excited. This is so exciting. We never know how things are going to unfold because they unfold as you interact on the planet, but we are very, very excited, very pleased. Try your best to not fall into despair and fear and despondency, because that is a threat here as well. Again, find community, find others like-minded so that you can bring forth the true message of why you are here. We want to thank you all for your bravery, for your courage, for your compassion, and for the love that you share with everyone. We are always here for you. We are Sornia, That is all for now. Goodbye.